Hi, it's Alan Jinkson here for Demon FM, and I'm joined by Joel Dommett. How are you doing?
Hello sir, how are you?
Yes, not too bad, thank you.
Thank you very much for having me at Demon FM.
That's alright.
Demon FM. Very lovely.
Now, I'd like to start with a bit of an icebreaker.
I'm excited for this.
Basically,
Not literally the tool of an icebreaker.
I've seen you naked.
Wow, that is quite an icebreaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, this was for your BBC3 series, Impactful Jokers.
Well, that's a relief.
Yes. I don't kind of stand in your window.
You're like, oh, just filming your bushes. You looked great last night.
How did you kind of get involved with that series?
Well, we're just a bunch of mates, and it's an American thing. They've got an American show called Impractical Jokers, and so they were looking for 4 comedians to do it over here, and so we did lots of tests and stuff, and then we were like, yeah, we're going to do it, and then we filmed a whole series. We filmed a lot of it in Edinburgh last year during the festival, which was stressful, and we kind of had to move to the outskirts of Edinburgh. Now, if anyone's been to Scotland, as soon as you go into any sort of outskirtage, it's generally filled with alcoholics and mentals.
Yep.
So it was just crazy, like, because we couldn't do it in the centre of Edinburgh because people would recognise us, because we've got massive posters of our faces everywhere. So like we would go to like the outskirts of like Leith, stuff like that, and it was frightening. It was frightening talking to like 80-year-old women who had the smell of whiskey on their breath at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Now, you say it's quite scary. How much did you enjoy it?
It was genuinely the hardest thing I've ever filmed in my life.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very polite man, as you probably guessed from the start of this 30-second interview. So anything that's rude, I find really hard. And so, like anything where I have to like be rude to someone. There's this one they've got an American show which we were going to do, which we didn't do in the end, where basically you have to cut the line. There was like a massive line, and you have to completely cut the line, see how far you can get to the front before someone complains. And they use like different techniques and stuff, and I watched that, I was like, I hope we don't do that. No, we're doing it. And I literally lost sleep about it. The fact of cutting in line and just not apologising for it kills me.
Now, you used to talk about the American one. I've become a bit of a fan of the American one.
It's amazing,
watching the UK one.
Yeah.
Do you take inspiration from that, or is it kind of like your own ideas?
Yeah, I mean, weirdly, I think because we're stand-up comedians, they're improv comedians, I think we have the ability to almost make it better. But they're really good as a group. Like the stuff they come up with is amazing, like so good. And so it's just, we're very different. That's what I like about it. It's become a completely different thing. But I thought it would go very much down the same route and we'd be doing the same sort of stuff, but it's become quite a different feel. I really like it. And it's weirdly, in America, it's on a very small TV channel, but it's really big online. Whereas over here, it's kind of the opposite. It was on a really big TV channel, but didn't really have much of an online presence. So it's kind of, they're very different shows. But I went to New York and saw them do a live show and met them all and stuff, and it was really interesting.
Now, you've done one series, haven't you? Is there any kind of hope for a series 2?
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, apparently, I went to see them the other day and they said that nobody's saying any bad things, so it's hopefully in the next few weeks we should find out, and then we'll go and film one and probably be out sort of towards the sort of August-y time. But hopefully, fingers crossed, if it goes to a second series, it'll be amazing. It was so unanimously loved. Like, there was nobody who didn't really like it, because I think everyone thought they were going to hate it. And so everyone was like, oh, it's going to be rubbish. And then when they saw it, they went, well, it's alright, it's better than I thought it was going to be. And that's everybody. And so when you exceed people's expectations, I think it's nice, instead of people think it's going to be amazing and then disappointing you, like the Dark Knight trilogy.
You probably get the problem that people are going to start noticing you. Is that right?
Yeah, I've kind of got a weird thing where I was on TV quite a lot for about 6 months or so, and I did MTV for a year, and that was really fun. And then Impractical Jokers was really big, and that was good. But I'm not like recognisable. Like there's like the different levels of fame. So you have like the top level of fame is like Brad Pitt and David Beckham, where if you saw them in the street, you'd be like, yo, that's David Beckham right there. You might not point in such an aggressive fashion, but like, then there's the level below that where you might know what they do. So you might point at them and be like, that is Janine from EastEnders. And then I'm the level below that, where people like look at you in the street and go, I recognise you. Are you my electrician? Something like that.
No.
And they, you know, I say yes, and then I do their electrics.
Now I bought some props along.
I'm excited for this.
In a handy carry bag.
Nice.
To kind of avoid you being recognised in this video.
Excellent.
I bought some hats.
Yeah.
Thanks,
man.
I've got
I'm already wearing one, which is great.
If you wanted to kind of wear the policeman's hat, maybe.
Police hat.
I've got.
Because what you want in an interview is you want people to not know who you're interviewing. That's what you want.
Yeah.
You know, instead of people going, oh, this looks like I really love that guy on stuff. I really can't wait to see that. You want to be like,
I'll wear a policeman.
Why is he interviewing a policeman? That policeman's being a little bit cheeky. I like this. These are now back in fashion.
Yeah.
And like I like to think that I started the hat on the back with the twiddly stuff out the front. Right, I've been doing it for quite a few years now. Suddenly it's become a really cool thing. It's kind of annoying me.
Now let's talk about Dave's Leicester Comedy Festival, because that's why you are in Leicester. I've got some sunglasses and stuff.
Oh yeah,
as well. I've got these as well.
Oh mate, that's Trump's glasses.
Yeah.
Every time. You smell like a gay Mr. T.
Now, this isn't your first time, is it, at Dave's Leicester Comedy Festival?
This is amazing. I feel like we're on like some sort of MTV show in like the late 90s. It was like at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I wouldn't know about late 90s. Starting to get there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's just the kind of a thing where like MTV was like really cool. It was trying to be really cool, and so it was all these American shows where they were like, "Yo, what's going on?" It was like would constantly be like zooming in and zooming back out and zooming back in and zooming back out. It's terrible.
Leicester Comedy Festival.
Yes.
You've got 3 shows tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got 3 shows tomorrow. I've got 1 show today, charity gig at the Belmont Hotel. Very charitable person. They are paying for my accommodation. And then I am doing a show tomorrow. I'm doing my new preview show, my new 2013 show, which I've only done a few times, so it's really exciting. So, and I think that's nearly sold out. It might even be sold out, so do try and get tickets. And that's going to be interesting because I've only done it a few times before, and it's all new stuff. I've written since September, so you could see me doing a 20-minute set anywhere, all over the country. You could come to that one and see me potentially fail.
Well, you say about failing. What can we expect really from your show? In terms of the comedy.
Hopefully laughter. Hopefully, fingers crossed, laughter. But failing that, just judging eyes. Just judging eyes. That's what I really look for in an audience. Just real judging eyes. I think it should be fun. I've got I've got this rap that I wrote when I was 15, and I recorded it on GarageBand on my Mac, and I found it a few weeks ago. And so I've been playing that to a few audiences, and I played it on Radio 1 the other day, and it got quite a nice response, so that's now going to be in my show. And it's really funny. It's just a rap that I wrote, and I just recorded a rap. It's the only song I've ever recorded since or before, and it's there, it's literally there. And me just like, it was like the days when The Streets came out, remember The Streets?
Oh yeah.
And Mike Skinner, and he was just always like, so it's all really chatty. But bear in mind I'm from Bristol. And, so it's all just, it's me like being super London when I'm clearly not from there.
Were you a bit of a street wannabe?
I was a bit.
I think everyone wanted to be at the time, didn't they?
Yeah, so it's all just like, just being like, yo, a man with a policeman's hat and wearing some glasses. Going to university, got to get some passes. Well, that's basically that's just a small example of my beats.
Kind of a bit Eminem-esque.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm pretty urban when you get me in a corner. The urban comes out.
The karate chops.
Yeah, it happens. So I'm doing that, and then I'm doing a late night show at Dave's Curry House, and then coming back to Crumlin Cookie, doing another one there as well. So I've got three shows tomorrow night.
Wicked. So it should be might be a tough night for you tomorrow.
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
it'll be fine. They get easier the sort of more you do in a night.
Yeah.
So I really like to do sort of 2 or 3 a night, because when you get to the third one, you kind of feel like you know what you're doing.
Yeah. I've seen a video of you online explaining your kind of journey from London up to Edinburgh, where you talk about getting the train and the plane.
Years ago,
yeah. It was years ago, yeah. But do you get that same feeling now coming to Leicester, or is that just an Edinburgh thing?
No, I do. I really love travelling. I really love it, and I think you start to hate it. Like, it's weird being a comedian, because when you first start, I've been doing it 5 years now, and when you first start, you kind of, everything's amazing, and my general style is that everything's amazing anyway, but like, you know, you get to a gig and you go, oh my god, this gig's going to be amazing, and if they're really nice, you go, I'm going to keep the niceness, and then if the audience are really horrible, then you go, you know what, I'm going to turn them. It's such optimism. But then that slowly chips away, and now basically I get to every single gig and I go, they're going to be a bunch of pricks. And then if they're better than that, then it's great.
It's a bonus.
It's a bonus, because then just lower your expectations. This is what if there's any message from this whole interview, it's lower your expectations, because, you know, then you won't be disappointed.
So, like you said, that's what I'm going to take mine off as well.
Tune in halfway through this interview and think I'm being serious, because this is like, could be serious hat. Do you know what I mean? Could be serious hat, but this suits my rapping style.
Like you said, you've got 3 shows at Dave's Leicester Comedy Festival tomorrow. What can we kind of expect from you after that over the next couple of years? You're touring next year, is that right?
Yeah, I'm touring at start next year, so that's going to be announced soon, and then so that's good. And then hopefully a sex series of Practical Jokers. I've written a sitcom for BBC Three, so hopefully that'll all happen. And yeah, so it's good. So I've got a really nice, busy year ahead of really fun things. Decided not to do Edinburgh this year, so I'm not going to do Edinburgh, and so that's going to change the year a little bit, and it means I can just sort of focus on other things and have more fun writing scripts and things, but still gig every night, and, you know, get better at that and keep writing. It's good.
Wicked. Now I was having a quick chat with my mate John.
Classic, love John.
Yes, and I heard something about a Rubik's Cube.
Oh yes.
You're a fan of the Rubik's Cube.
Massive fan of the Rubik's Cube.
You had when I was listening, you had a couple of squares left to do.
Yeah.
Have you finished it?
Yeah. I've finished. I've got it in my bag now. So like, let's do another few questions and see whether I can do it whilst I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, grab it. But I'm not that good at it. I only started learning it a week ago.
A week ago, you've got 4 squares. How many squares there? Was it 4?
Well, no, I've completed it quite a few times.
Ah.
I've completed it 4 times today, and this is a fun game called What's in Joel's Bag? A denim shirt with a leather collar. I like that. It's a nice detail. Put that in there. Let's see what else we got. I like to do writing in old school exercise books.
I was going to say, I used to have one of them when I was about 10 years
It's
old.
nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It makes you feel nostalgic. It's nice. It's a MacBook. Just run out of batteries. There we go. This is a jumper from my one of my favourite brands, NSW, which is the nice brand bit. This point I'm starting to think maybe I've lost my Rubik's Cube.
So you just have a quick look through your bag.
We
I was just asking about your Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
You look like you know what you're doing.
Well, that's the key, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's the same with comedy. You're just blagging it constantly. You know, if you look like you know what you're doing, then people are like, wow. But you could just be like. It makes it better if you do it with one hand. You don't even have to move the squares. You just do this. Then people look at you like you're an absolute genius. When in fact, you know, there's nothing there at all. You have no idea. But I learned it, and it's good, and it's going good. My friend Eric Lampere is amazing at it, and the main reason I started learning how to do it is because I wanted to be better at him than it. See, I can't even put sentences together whilst I'm doing it.
Is it something you do quite a lot, Rubik's Cube?
Well, at the moment I'm trying to do it because my phone runs out of batteries a lot.
Yeah.
The iPhone 5 runs out of battery quite easily.
Tell me about it, yeah.
So I'm trying to do that, and so instead of tweeting, I'm thinking, you know, Because I've just realised that you spend so much time doing things, you know, when you could be reading the Bible. Something like that. Something like that, maybe something less, you know.
I also heard you say you do yoga as well.
Yes!
Is that another...
Yeah, really enjoy yoga. I think you spoke to Benny Boot about it.
I spoke to Benny Boot about it, and he said that he was in the middle of cooking a stir fry, and he said he was into yoga, and
I've just been cooking a stir fry. It's been pretty sweet.
he gave us some chopping onion sound effects.
Ah,
Live, yeah.
he's a lovely man, Benny Boot. We're going to go on holiday together very soon. Yeah. We spoke about it yesterday. We're going to go skiing together. We got very well, just me and Benny Boot. I love the comedy circuits.
Yeah, the life of a comedian.
I know. Yeah. Just doing Rubik's cubes and go to yoga, go on holiday. I'm just going to go off piste. It's actually really, really hard, guys. It's really hard, so don't try it.
Now,
it's really a tough old business.
The reason you're here is because obviously you're at Dave's Leicester Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
Can you give us in 10 seconds a reason why we should come and see you?
Oh,
You can have 20 if you
thanks, man.
really want.
Thanks, man.
I'm willing to push it out.
I think if you've got nothing else to do, mate, might as well, really. Trouble is with Leicester Comedy Festival, there is probably better shows on, and that's essentially the problem of being part of a festival is that you could go watch Alan Davies. You could come see me, and I'd really appreciate if you did, because it just really makes me feel like I'm as important as Jimmy Carr sometimes. Just come and think, I just need to see my show. I just really like it if you came to see my show, alright? Just come and see my show. Just come and see it!
And you're playing at the Crumbly Cookie?
Yeah, Crumbly Cookie at some point tomorrow.
Yep.
I don't know what time it is. Is it 7:30 or 9:30? Do you know?
I just know it's Crumbly Cookie.
It's the Crumbly Cookie. It's a lovely venue. I didn't play there last year. I really missed it.
Cookies as well.
Oh, and their cookies are to die for. Don't die for it. But they are to go to a cookie shop for.
Wicked.
Is that a phrase? I'm going to come later before we end this interview.
Go to the cookie shop.
Wait, don't you end this bloody interview. Don't you dare. Don't you bloody
What
dare.
colours have you got? Because there's a technique to it, isn't it? White first. Is it white first?
White first, that's what's been the sole problem of most countries for many a time. But Rubik's cubes are allowed to still be run by that rule, yes. Green, so that's green there, that's the problem, right? Go bang, 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 bangity, bang, 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 bang. Clockwise, clockwise, down, don't say anything! Clockwise, up, clockwise, that's not quite right, damn it! Let's let it, one more. Clockwise, down, clockwise, up, clockwise, down. One more time. It's gonna get right this time. Clockwise, down, clockwise, up, clockwise, boom!
I think that was the first for Demon FM as well.
I mean, people like to do it within a minute, but I like to try my best to do it within 20.
Just milk it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you for coming along today.
It's a pleasure. That is the best. This is the worst and best interview I've ever done. I just want to say to Demon FM, I really apologise.
Oh, it's alright, it's brilliant.
But I've really got out some demons.
That is what will get the viewers.
That's what will get.
The Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, that's really what's good for radio. It's just someone just going, clockwise, down, uppity, clockwise, down, uppity, down, clockwise, down. It's incredible.
Brilliant.
It's beautiful. It's like listening to an Eminem record. It really is like a really terrible Eminem.
Enjoy your shows.
Thanks, man.
And I hope we will meet again soon.
I hope we will too.
We will come and
Look
see
forward
you.
to seeing you outside
I'll bring
my
my
window.
Rubik's Cube and we can have a Rubik's off.
Yeah, that
Something
sounds
like
great.
that.
That's
Yeah.
a cube off. That sounds great. That sounds great. A cube cubed. We could do it together. It's 2 cubed.
Do you reckon you could do that?
There's another one where you can get there's like 4. There's like 4 squares on each
yeah.
side, and that's really hard. And Eric Lampay can of course do that as well. Damn it. But no, you know, I try to complete it when I'm not with my girlfriend, so I can, you know, just have sex
Something
instead.
Yeah.
I
Brilliant.
don't have sex. I just tend to cook and talk about the economy. That's what we do now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. I really had a blast.
And yeah, enjoy Dave's Leicester Comedy Festival.
I will. It's such a lovely festival. Thank you very much for having me.
Tomorrow night, 3 shows. Go and see them.
3 shows, not free. None of them are free.
Free.
None of them are
3
free. They're
shows,
very
not
expensive. No, mine's I don't know how much mine is, but I think it's £5 or something. So you
Which
know,
is cheap.
which is fairly cheap considering I can do a Rubik's cube.
It's cheap for you because I know you're going to be good.
It's
I've seen
cheap.
you before.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. When did you see me?
Online.
Online. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Online.
Russell Hour's Good News.
That sounds- thank
I
you.
watched. What else I watched? Impractical Jokers. Big fan of that.
Thanks, man.
It was
I'm
one
fan
of
of
those
your one.
ones where I thank you.
You're right.
Where I, you know what you do, nothing else to watch. I stuck it on. Not really heard much about it, and it just quickly became one of
Thanks,
my
man.
favourite programs.
Thanks.
So much so where I started watching the US one as well.
Yeah, it's really good. But yeah, I'm
Any
glad you're a
plans
fan.
for a collaboration?
Well, you know, the weird thing is that like the best collaboration ever would be because One Direction. There's a guy Louis in One Direction is a massive fan of the show Impractical Jokers, and he started following us all on Twitter, right? Which is amazing because obviously he got 10 million followers, and so he tweets you and everyone's just like, oh my god, One Direction. So like 1 million people tweet you that every day, and so I think a better collaboration would be One Direction versus the Impractical Jokers.
It's
for
on.
like a Christmas special.
Yeah, and if BBC won't do it, bring it over
Yeah.
to Demon FM.
Absolutely.
We'll get onto that.
I'd like to see Harry Styles walk out of a dry cleaner's naked.
Naked.
I mean, I wouldn't like to. I mean, I'd like, yeah, well, I'm going to say it now. I'd like to see what happens. He is a cutie.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, and enjoy your shows.
Well, thank you. Enjoy your life.
Okay.